Hi, hello, and welcome back, everybody, to Sakura Dungeon. Alright. Last time, we actually got to the first floor of the dungeon. Uh, alright, let's get back out. Oh, we have no warp stone, Siri says. We we can't afford any more. Shit. We're a bit broke. We have a problem. Oh well, we'll just have to make do, Yomi says. How are we gonna make do? I guess we could just haul ass through here. We have to. Do. I'm not sure what just happened. I don't know why that just happened. I had a moment, I guess. Alright, take him down. Out of my face. Give me the mana shards on Boke. Fight me, little girl. Get destroyed in one hit, apparently. Alright, here we go. On to the next floor. And let's... Siri, this is the worst dungeon. This isn't the worst dungeon I've encountered. If we keep up this pace, we should be through it in no time. You really should not say things like Yomi says to her. If you keep doing it, you'll become overconfident. When that happens, you'll underestimate the obstacles ahead. That's true enough, Siri does admit. But even if I am facing overwhelming odds, I have to stand firm. If I gave up so easily whenever I face some trouble, what good would I be as an adventurer? So, excuse me. So, is that why you chose to keep fighting me instead of running away? Yomi asks. Exactly, Siri says to her. We both knew that there was no way I could win. It was obvious that you had the upper hand, but even so, I could not run away from you. That's nonsense, Siri, Yomi says to her. If I was a less benevolent monster trapped in that seal, you surely would have perished. No heroic sacrifice or anything like that when we're working together. No heroic sacrifices or anything like that when we're working together, okay? I want both of us to make it out of this dungeon alive. Very well, Siri says. I will try not to. Thank you, Yomi says to her. As you go further down, the strength of your enemies will increase. Do not hesitate to retreat if you're having trouble. If you're defeated, it's game over. Speaking of which, nice quick save. Aha. First enemy of the second floor. Arr! One of your party members' outfits is taking damage when this character takes a critical hit. Under half. And the character's outfit is damage suffered. A number of penalties. For starters, her regeneration cuts in half. When she takes another critical hit, she loses an additional 1 CP on top of the 1 CP that is normally lost due to the critical hit. Having low AP is dangerous not just for getting hit by enemy attacks, but also for receiving critical hits from enemies. Unfortunately, damaged outfits will need to be repaired by Isabella, who will charge mana shards for the repairs. To repair outfits, talk to Isabella while you're in town. You can also mend tonics. Use mending tonics to repair damaged outfits, so it is not a bad idea to have some in stock. Heard on that. Fall to the same fate as me. Because you messed up my outfit. I can feel a monster's presence ahead. How can you tell? Siri asked. Excuse me. We used to place these markers in dungeons, which are key areas to defend, usually at crossroads and places like that. It seems that the markers are still being used now. So, if we walk near one of those markers, we're sure to encounter resistance, Siri asked. Precisely, says Yomi. You will encounter battle markers as you proceed through the dungeon. Enemies that you will find on battle markers can be boss monsters or random enemies that are sometimes a bit stronger than usual. If they are random enemies, battle markers appear. Battle markers reappear after you leave the dungeon. Heard. It's just a little Earth. My health is getting quite low. Just go ahead and cut her up real nice, like don't triple slash and get her out of my face. In the darkness ahead, I see a glint of silver flickering within the dim light. Unfortunately, I'm not the only one who sees it. I definitely know what that is, Siri proclaims. With a reckless abandon, Siri hurries ahead of the rest of us. Slow down, says Yomi. It's fine, I don't see any signs of a trap, Siri says. Eventually we arrive at the source of the glint, a treasure chest. With a little regard, she immediately opens the chest. A small vial of liquid is pulled out from the chest. Oh, it's a healing potion. I was hoping for something that was a bit more expensive, said Siri. It's still useful anyways, isn't it? Asked Yomi. Yes, I hope this one has a different flavor. Flavor, however, says Siri. Different flavor, you say? Asked Yomi. All of the standard issue healing potions at the guild all taste like burnt kidney beans, says Siri. You really do get sick of that after a while. She drops the potion into one of her pouches. You found a healing potion treasure chest. Such as these contain valuable items. Anyways, be on the lookout for such chests. They may contain items that can turn the tide of battle. Alright. Continue on. Siri suddenly pauses. Strange. That sounded like something I'd hear while hunting in the woods. It's a sound that only... She suddenly seems to realize something. Hug the wall, says Siri. She slams herself against the wall. Something charges down the hallway, barely missing Siri. Step to the side and let it pass me. Ah, yes, I remember them, says Yomi. What is it, Fox? Our assailant returns, scraping the ground with her feet. Intruders. Oh, it's a boar girl. I will make sure that you won't leave here alive, says the boar girl. She angrily puffs her cheeks out, obviously not very pleased to see us. A wild boar, says Yomi. Very tough and courageous. Spare me the commentary, Fox, says Siri. She's getting ready to charge again. Oof. I really should have drank that fucking earlier. Okay. It's time to go hard and fast. Oof. That was close. The boar girl collapses. Despite being obviously beaten, the boar still glares at us defiantly. Not bad, says the boar girl, but you're just going to have to do better than that. It's time for the next round. Please just accept your defeat, says Yomi. You're obviously injured and you're only going to make it worse for yourself if you keep going. I know boars are stubborn, but they aren't stupid. The boar girl just makes her cheeks puff up. Ha! As if I would give up, says the boar girl, defiantly. All I need to do is take a nap and I'll be right back into the fight. She tries to get back up, but stumbles. I may not be ready right now, but just wait and see. I'll never surrender to the likes of you. Are all boars this thick-headed, Siri asks. Well, yes, they do have a remarkably resilient skull, says Yomi. How else do you think they recover when they're charging and misses their target? That was not really what I was asking about, says Siri. The boar stares at Siri. What about you? You need to swing that fancy sword around to win a fight, says the boar girl. I can do it with my bare hands. Boars are also a species who are competitive to a fault. It is always a contest when a boar is present. You can't right now, actually, says Yomi. Prove it. Prove I can't, says the boar girl defiantly. Siri just shakes her head. Is this exchange really necessary? Asks Siri. You are never going to win this argument with the boar, Siri, says Yomi. Why else do you think they were brought into this dungeon? These monsters in this dungeon are frustrating to deal with, says Siri. Hey, don't go ignoring me, says the boar girl. And who are you calling frustrating? Try being a minion in this dungeon. Tell me how frustrated you are then. Yes, I can imagine being underground all the time isn't very pleasant, admits Siri. Damn right it isn't, says the boar girl. There isn't much point to this, Siri, says Yomi. What if she comes after us again? Siri asks. Then we'll just beat her again, says Yomi. Like that'll happen, interjects the boar girl. I will show you two how tough a boar can be. She continues to yell at us as we walk off. Alright, let's head on this way. Well, that was very interesting. Aha! Oh no! Frick. Oh, here we go. Consumables. Healing potion. Ah, there we go. That's very nice. That's so much better. Although I'm still not wearing clothes, so this is brutal. Yeah. Really does hamper your regeneration whenever your clothes are torn up like that. I really wish I had known to get them repaired whenever I was in town last. Let's see, another bunny. Just go for the triple slash out of my face. Ooh, another chest. I wonder what this chest contains, says Siri. She opens it. I feel a spark of magic fly from the chest. Please step aside, says Yomi. What is it, Siri asks. I can explain afterwards, says Yomi. Very well then, Siri says. As she steps aside, I reach into the chest. Exactly what I expected. Pulling out the object, Siri looks at it puzzled. A paper scroll, she asks. What is it? It's an imprint scroll, Yomi informs her. Oops, wrong button. When somebody reads it, the knowledge it contains immediately is imprinted onto their minds. In this case, the scroll teaches the fire twist spell. Oh, so if I had read it, then it would have been wasted. Probably not wasted, Yomi says. Anyone can use magic, really. It is just better for the better that we save our resources and decide how to use them, rather than just throw them around carelessly. You got a fire twist scroll. Imprinted scrolls can be found throughout the dungeon. When consumed, they permanently give one of your party members a new attacking skill. Keep in mind that a party member can only have up to 6 skills at a time. Heard. Well, that's nice. We got a new skill. Hello, boar girl. Prepare to die. I mean, fall before me. You know what? I'm gonna attempt. I don't have any AP. Fall before me. Like, oh goodness, here we go. Alright. It's just a little rabbit girl. Bunny girl. Bunny girls are no match for me. Even though my health is getting quite low. A whirlwind scroll. Okay. I hope we're almost out of this floor. As we approach the door, I can feel something. Siri immediately notices my reaction. What's the matter, Yomi? Siri asks. I feel a strong presence waiting for us beyond this door, Yomi says. A strong presence, Siri asks? Yes, there's a strong monster on the other side. While I don't doubt your skill, maybe be wise to collect some more of my power before we go in. Whatever you feel comfortable with, Fox, Siri says. You understand how things work in this dungeon. I don't, she admits. I take another look at the door. One of the most painful lessons I've ever learned in life is that you shouldn't underestimate your opponents. So, I wonder what I should do from here. See if we can find a way out. Let's go ahead. Oof, this is bad. Just eat that. Get out of my base. Door upstairs, downstairs. Oh, I need to find a teleporter. But I'm also about to die, which is terrible. Defeated. Okay, I just need to. Okay. Hello, barrel. What do you have for me? As Siri breaks the barrel, a black glistening shard of rock tumbles from it. So what is that? Siri asked. You aren't moving to pick it up, Yomi asked. Look at it. Looking at it, it makes me feel uneasy, Siri admits. I pick up the shard and allow it to rest in the palm of my hand. This is a warp stone, or a piece of it at least. There's a reason why you feel so uneasy about it, because it's not of this world, Yomi says. I suspected as much, Siri replies. So, what does it do, she asks. We can use it to go back to the surface, says Yomi. Of course, I should be the one handling it. There's no telling what it might do in your hands. Understood, said Siri. You hold on to it then. Very well, I will do just that. You found a warp stone. Warp stones are consumables. I really need this right now. There's no shame in it. Yeah. Okay. I think we're about to warp stone out of here and call it for this episode. I need to go talk to Isabella. Now then, the inevitable part of bloody, horrific battles is that your armor is going to get damaged. When that happens, just come and see me. Of course, I can do it for free. Just give me the necessary materials, and I'll have your equipment repaired right away. Yes, yes, take my money, go. Try not to get too messy down there. Alright. Let's go grab our captured monster. Yes. As I approach the holding cell, I can hear a small squeak escape from it. The rabbit that Siri and I had captured stares back at me in fear. Don't eat me, she exclaims the bunny girl. I was just following orders. People aren't allowed to visit. Calm down, rabbit, says Yomi. I have no intention of eating you. They are a very high-strung species. The poor thing had probably been frightened half to death. But foxes are dangerous, says the bunny girl. Really, I won't, says Yomi. Promises Yomi. If I was going to eat you, I would have done it already, she also reminds her. Eep, says the bunny girl. Anyway, I came here to ask you something, says Yomi. Yes, asks the bunny girl. Would you like to work for me? Asked Yomi. Work for you, she asked. Yes, as my servant. Well, the current dungeon lord is pretty mean, admits the bunny girl. And the bigger monsters keep looking at me with their big predatory eyes, which is not good. She shivers in fear. Okay, I'll join you, as long as you won't eat me, says the bunny girl. I promise I won't eat you, says Yomi for the final time. My cute little subordinates only get the best treatment. The bunny girl has joined your party. Add her to your dungeon party. Click on the organized party buddy main menu. Alright, organized party. Uh-huh. Cool. Alright, everybody. That is going to be the end of this episode. As always, thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed. And we will see you next time.